nonagon has the following exterior angles: 3 that measure 35, and 3 that measures 40, 2 that measure 42. What's the unknown exterior angle? We start with 360 and we just subtract, right? We have 3 that are 35, we have 3 that measure 40, and we have 2 that measure 42. And so the angle E, or the X, whatever you want to call it, is 51 degrees. So 1 mark for the work and the 360 being there, and 1 mark for the correct final answer. I guess I should say that the other one is out of 7, right? The true and false, we'll make that out of 7 because we got rid of 4 questions there. Long answer, so we got that one. So now we're going to try this one here. So we have angle A. We know that these lines are parallel, right? So we can assume that corresponding angles are congruent. So 125 corresponding angles are congruent. That's the first one I found. And I will find B next, sure. Because now that I have the 125 here, I have a triangle. And so it's really 180 minus 125 minus 35, and that is equal to 20 degrees. And I will say sum of triangle is equal to 180 to get, so you get half a mark for each, half a mark for the number and half a mark for the explanation, okay? Oops, sorry, the cable. So yeah, that's that. And so the third one, which I'm going to find a third one here, and I see that there's these are alternate interior, so I'm trying not to repeat, are congruent. And then obviously the last one, D, is straight angle, right? So it'd be 145. Be ready for the test. I will ask you to be unique with your answers, so you cannot have 2 sum of triangles, right? Like once you use sum of triangle, that is now out of the question. You can't use it again. So you're gonna have to be creative, right? And when I was making the key on one of them, I had to erase and start, like, not erase all of it, but I had to start differently to get there. Okay, just gotta watch out. And if you're solving something, oh, I'll mention that now. If you're ever solving, like let's say you solve for this one and it's not asked for, just give it a letter and just do the work right on there. I'm fine with that. Okay, if you ever need to do that. Preferably you shouldn't, but if it does happen, then that's okay. Is line L parallel to line M? Explain why or why not. Show work. So in this case, we'll say that this is 100, and that's because they're vertically opposite, are congruent, right? That's how we got the 100 there. And then you would say L is not parallel to M, consecutive interior angles do not equal 180 or something like that. So you call the name and then you say what's not true about it, or what is true about it, right? It depends on what's happening. And here this is, right, L is parallel to M because alternate interior angles are congruent. So you're calling them by name and you're saying what's true about them. So that's how you do that. 1 mark each. Oh, exterior, sorry. How did I pass math in university, eh? I don't know. It's all a blur. We're good? How did I pass math in high school at Mike University? Given a regular polygon below, label one interior, one exterior, and one central angle. Central, I'll start with that, find the middle, and just make a pizza slice. Pizza, right, C. And then interior, any corner is a valid interior. Just make sure you put an I there. And I will travel along this side and just extend it to get my E there. You don't have to, but there it is, half a mark for each if it's done correctly. But I don't want to see this, common mistake. Right, like that's my exterior, Mr. Dirksen, because it's outside, right? No, this is not right. It has to be, you have to be able to travel and continue like that. This would be the exterior angle right here. Okay, you can't just go off on a tangent. Okay. Measure the measure of each interior. That's an octagon, right? So I'll just give you what that is. That's 6 times 180 really, because it's 8 minus 2 over 8, that's 135. The measure of each exterior angle, 2 methods. So you have 360 divided by 8, which is 45, or E is 180 minus I, which is 180 minus 135, which is 45 degrees. So regardless of how you do it, you get the 45 there. 1 mark for this, half a mark for the second method, because it's fairly simple to do. A regular polygon has an interior angle of 172. Determine the number of sides. Okay. So what I do is I find the exterior, which is 180 minus 172. So the exterior angle is 8 degrees. That means that I can now use this formula. And I know that E is 8, right? So I'm going to go 8 is equal to 360 degrees over n. Put the 1 here, cross multiply and divide. 360 times 1, which is irrelevant, but I'm doing that anyways, so you know the steps. And it's 45. So if you want to get the 2 marks at all, you have to have the work in there. If you just came up with 45, you don't get marks there, okay? You need to be able to show the steps. All right, the best one for last, right? Not. So how I'm going to start here, I will probably start with the polygon, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So the polygon is a 10-sided shape, right? And so what I will do here is I will find the interior angle because there's no letter attached to it. So I'm going to go 10 minus 2 times 180 divided by 10, and that is 144. Okay. So you should have done, that should have been part of your work there. And so that means that each one of these is 144. Okay, there's 3 of them. So that diagonal that's created here, if you want to find y, this is also y on this side. Okay, so I'll find that first. Y is equal to, this is a pentagon, so it's 540 minus 3 times 144 divided by 2. That's 108 divided by 2, which is 54 degrees. Okay. This one is worth 2 marks. right? So if you put down 54, if you did show me the work, you get 2 marks for that one. To find x, basically what I'm going to do here to find x, I will focus on the exterior angles here. This one is 36, right? Because it's really the exterior angle. If this is 144, then this little piece here is 36. If this is 144, then this little piece is 36 as well. So this is now an isosceles triangle. So to find x, we got to go 180 minus 2 times 36. And that's 108 degrees. 2 marks for that as well. And z is a little bit easier to do. So z is going to be the interior angle here, because that whole thing is 144. I will subtract y from it. So y is 54. That's 90. So we put that 90 here. If all you did here is find the interior angle, which is 144, I would give you 1 mark. If that's all you did and you couldn't go further, I would give you for sure 1 mark just for doing that one step. And then if you made a mistake somewhere, it does carry over. So you don't get 0 on these ones unless you completely, like if you make a mistake after mistake after mistake, then it's different. But if you got, like, let's say you miscount the sides or whatever, it just carries with you. You lose it once, but you don't keep losing marks. All right. So what is this page out of? So 5, 7, 10, 11, 13. 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, this one is out of 13, the back side. And the front is, because of the it's 7 and 2, that's 9, it's also 13. The front is out of 13, so 13, 13 is 26. So make this out of 26.